Hold on tight, because the news is coming at you fast. Anheuser-Busch is making a massive $600 million bet on American manufacturing, specifically with a huge expansion of their Columbus, Ohio brewery and a brand new technical training center. This isn't just about beer. It's about skills, jobs, and supporting our veterans. And in Pennsylvania, Treasurer Stacy Garrity just delivered a major blow to Governor Josh Shapiro, declaring that over $1.1 million in security upgrades to his private home will be paid for with taxpayer dollars after a thorough legal review. We'll break down the fight over funding and the legal justification in just a moment.
Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Now, let's shift gears to the opioid crisis. Albertsons has reached a $774 million settlement to resolve all opioid-related legal claims, a significant step, though they maintain it's not an admission of wrongdoing. This comes as Purdue Pharma, the maker of OxyContin, faces its own hurdles in finalizing a massive settlement, with a potential $225 million forfeiture to the Department of Justice. The ripple effects of this crisis are still being felt nationwide, and this settlement aims to provide some measure of accountability and relief. But the biggest story might be unfolding in North Carolina and Virginia, where the battle for control of Congress is already heating up. Nearly $10 million is being poured into the Buckhout-Davis race in North Carolina's 1st Congressional District by the Congressional Leadership Fund, endorsed by Speaker Mike Johnson. That's a massive investment focused on flipping a key seat currently held by Democrat Don Davis, and the fund is making a significant play in the Norfolk, Virginia media market as well. This is a clear signal that this race is considered a top priority for Republicans heading into the 2026 midterms, and the money will be used for a full-scale media blitz. From brewery expansions to gubernatorial security, opioid settlements to high-stakes congressional races, the news is relentless. We've just scratched the surface of these critical stories. Stay with us for in-depth coverage, expert analysis, and the latest updates on all of these developing situations. Don't miss a thing. Hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications, and join the conversation. Anheuser-Busch is significantly expanding its Columbus, Ohio brewery with a $600 million investment in U.S. manufacturing. The project includes a new technical training center at the North Side Brewery, designed to upskill the current workforce and prepare employees for future advancements in brewing technology. A key component of the expansion will also focus on providing support for veterans seeking careers in manufacturing. The Columbus Brewery, a fixture in the city since 1968, will benefit from this substantial investment, solidifying Anheuser-Busch's commitment to American production and workforce development. The expansion is expected to be completed by 2026. Pennsylvania Treasurer Stacy Garrity has denied requests to use taxpayer funds for over $1.1 million in security upgrades to Governor Josh Shapiro's private residence. Garrity's office sent an 8-page letter to the Pennsylvania State Police, PSB, outlining the reasons, citing the state's procurement code, and asserting there's no legal authority to use taxpayer money for personal property improvements. The PSB had sought to use funds from its general government operations budget, which Garrity says is restricted to operational expenses. Previous security upgrades at the governor's residence in Harrisburg, following an arson attack, cost over $33 million. While specifics of the work at Shapiro's private home remain undisclosed, PSB has previously mentioned landscaping and technology upgrades. Governor Shapiro's office responded with a statement, and CBS 21 is awaiting comment from PSB. Lawmakers are evaluating the situation, with Senate Republicans suggesting potential action and Democrats criticizing the decision as politically motivated. Garrity, who is running for governor and has Republican Party endorsement, dismissed any political motivations, stating her actions are based on upholding the law. The situation has sparked debate over the appropriate use of state funds for executive security and the potential for legislative action to create a dedicated budget line for such expenses. Albertsons Companies, Inc., has reached a significant $774 million settlement to resolve all federal, state, and tribal legal claims related to opioids. The company emphasized in a news release that this settlement is not an admission of wrongdoing or liability. This move comes as Purdue Pharma, the manufacturer of OxyContin, continues its efforts to settle thousands of lawsuits concerning its role in the opioid crisis. U.S. District Judge Madeline Cox Arleo is expected to order Purdue Pharma to forfeit $225 million to the Department of Justice as a condition for finalizing their settlement. Albertsons, a major grocery chain operating 2,244 stores and 1,713 pharmacies across 35 states, stated the settlement reflects their ongoing commitment to patient safety and responsible pharmacy practices. This is a developing story, provided by an affiliate and subject to a local market embargo. Washington, D.C. The Congressional Leadership Fund is making a substantial $10 million investment in media markets across North Carolina and Virginia, signaling a key focus on the 2026 midterm elections and Republican efforts to gain ground in the Old North State. The funds will be allocated with $4.7 million earmarked for Raleigh, $2.6 million for the Greenville-New Bern area, and $2.5 million for Norfolk, Virginia, which also covers 8 northeastern North Carolina counties. This is part of a larger $153.1 million national expenditure across 38 media markets, encompassing broadcast, cable, streaming, and digital platforms. Chris Winkelman, president of the Congressional Leadership Fund, stated the investment demonstrates the committee's commitment to defending its House majority and supporting offensive campaigns, acknowledging a competitive electoral landscape. The primary target of this financial push is North Carolina's 1st Congressional District, currently a toss-up race between Republican Lori Buckhout and incumbent Democrat Don Davis. This district has been strategically redrawn in an attempt to favor a Republican candidate, having not been won by the GOP since 1882. The 3rd Congressional District, held by Republican Greg Murphy, is also receiving attention, though his re-election is currently forecast as likely. He faces a challenge from Democrat Raymond Smith. North Carolina currently has a 10-4 Republican majority in the House, and the GOP aims to expand that lead. The state's congressional maps have been subject to court-ordered changes in 4 of the last 5 election cycles, adding complexity to the political landscape. Recent redistricting shifts Beaufort, Hyde, Dare, Craven, Pamlico, and Carteret counties from the 3rd to the 1st District, while Wilson, Wayne, Greene, and Lenoir counties move from the 1st to the 3rd.